It's the final competition, the last stretch really. As you can see, we've had quite a busy season with all of these trophies, medals and everything on the wall that me and Hannah have achieved. That's all this year. It's our first competitive year and so we feel like we've done really, really well. I am about to do a video call now with someone, another athlete who I met along the way. He's become a really, really good friend of mine, Luke. So I'm going to give him a quick call now, check in on him, see how he's getting on, and also make sure that he's fully prepared for when we go. Because we're not just doing any show, we're going international. We're going to fly out to Barcelona and compete for Mr. Universe and Mrs. Universe, as the camera lady is Hannah.
Good morning.
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, happy peak week.
Yeah, something like that. How you feeling?
Cold, but remind me never to do a show in November. It's freezing.
Yeah, tell me about it. Getting those steps and doing the cardio?
Cardio's been pulled. I got this dirty cold, haven't I? So I've had to pull it out.
Yeah, I hear that.
So,
mate.
what about you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think, as I said, going for a different look this time, going for a much more full look. And yeah, it's not been as rough as some of the other peaks that we have done. But yeah, really, really excited, to be honest. Really trying to embrace the flying and doing it international, you know, like it's such a good experience. And whilst we're on that subject, I have done lots of research and got all of the clarification on what we can take with us.
Yeah, perfect. Because I'm undecided. I don't know what we got to take because it's unclear. So that'll be good.
Yeah, so you can take with you, we can prep our meals, we can take our meals with us. So we're flying at 7 o'clock in the morning, so we'll have a meal before we go. I'm going to have a meal probably on the flight just before we get off, because that will tie us over on that window then for when we travel to the hotel. So you can prep your food and put it in your hand luggage. Obviously just be aware of space in your hand luggage and what you want to take in there. You can put whatever cooked meals you want into your suitcase as well as any sealed other powders and tablets and everything else you need for your peak week as well, mate. So everything can go in your suitcase, just obviously not liquids in your hand luggage.
Yeah, so meds and everything else are fine?
Yeah, everything, mate. As long as it's all sealed and you'll be absolutely fine. As long as it's a personal usage amount, you'll be absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, so that should hopefully just rest you, put you at ease, and just know that you can, just prep everything as normal. I'm personally going to prep all of Friday, and then I'm just going to sort Saturday fresh when I get over there. So I think our hotel as well has got the microwave and the fridge as well. So we'll get out there. There's a supermarket over the road as well, so I've already looked that up.
Yeah, because I got a travel hard by half. So obviously you get the Euro adapter for that. And then I'll buy a frying pan out there so I can cook everything as well that I need just in case.
Yeah, that's perfect, mate. As I said, between that and I'm going to take stuff that might be harder to get, like rice cakes and stuff, I'll take with me. So then, yeah, just getting the fresh chicken, I'll take my almond butter, and then it should be nice and easy then, we can just cook up the fresh meat and get us through to Sunday then.
Happy days.
Perfect.
Do you manage to get early check-in for the hotel as well? So I got early check-in.
I'll leave that to Hannah. Hannah sorts that, mate. You know me. Yeah, I'll leave the details to Hannah. I just turn up, mate. But yeah, I will sort that and make sure that we have that, because obviously there's no point if you can check in and we can't.
Yeah.
Are you training today?
I'm decisive at the moment with this cold. I gotta wait until my coach gets back and says I'm good to go, or whether I gotta take another rest day. So at the moment it's 3 rest days, which is not great, but sometimes you gotta let your body respond and recover rather than push it into a worse state.
Absolutely, mate. The work's been done by this point, so yeah, just look after yourself today, mate. I said I'm off to hit some push in the minute and just get a bit of a chest pump on. I say it's just mainly down to pump workouts now, and yeah, I'll let you know. I'll get on later. I'll keep checking in on you, make sure that you're doing well, and we'll catch up a bit later, mate. I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah, cheers, man. Happy peak. How was Hannah getting on?
Yes. How are you getting on, Hannah?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you.
She's absolutely smashing it, as you can see, the camera lady.
That's the Hannah.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay, well, have a good day, Anne, and if you find out anything more about something we don't know, just fill me in, yeah?
Perfect, mate. Yeah, just keep in contact and I'll speak to you soon, buddy.
Okay, love you both.
Yeah, love you too, man. See you later. Bye-bye. That's why it's so important to check in, because during this process, it can be really rough, and it can really deplete you, and it's really easy to feel alone, and especially if you don't have a partner like Luke doesn't at the moment. I'm very lucky to have Hannah there for me, you know, and if you don't, it's really important to check in on each other. So that's why I like to do those calls with him. As I said, we've made some really good connections on the way. So yeah, let's just make sure we look after each other and just keep moving forwards. Okay, so here we are, it's Thursday. We fly tomorrow. What time is it? 7 a.m. we fly?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. So it's the night before. We're doing all the meal prep because we can take our food with us. So how we've decided to do it is we're going to take one whole day's worth of food, which is these 7 containers here. So that's going to be meal 1, which is going to be my eggs, my cream of rice, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, meal 5, meal 6. Which I'm just prepping now. Hannah, extra organiser's already prepped all of hers. Here we are at 8 o'clock the night before. I still haven't started. So just prepping my food now. We've been a little bit quiet since the first clip. Being in peak week, it's just about getting your head down and doing the daily non-negotiables. And for us, that's making sure the training's done, so that's going down to pump workouts, staying on plan, especially when we've done as many peaks as we have. We've done a lot of competitions now, so it's just trying to keep that motivation, dedication really high and just focus on getting everything right for this last push. So now I'm just weighing everything up, just gonna cook everything up ready. I'm going to take some of the meals in the hand luggage, some of the meals in my suitcase. Yeah, just weigh everything out as per the plan. Now I'll be semi-responsive tomorrow. I mean, I've got a good plan, but it will depend on my weigh-in tomorrow and my look and my check-in in the morning. But every morning at the moment it's check-in, posing practice, cardio or steps. Hannah had a cardio pool before me because she's in top condition. That's the camera lady right now. Yeah, so it's just following those processes every single day and just making sure we keep the food right. And that's making sure you add the carbs in at the right time and pull the carbs at the right time. So I'm just going to do a little bit of meal prep now whilst we just go through this. How have you been feeling, Hannah?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm super organised, so for me, this is all okay. I have to be for work and stuff in general, so when it comes to this side of things, this isn't so bad.
No, I wish I was as prepared as you, but ultimately I get there, just not quite the same way you do. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm just making all of the food across accordingly. So we'll pan fry all these asparagus over here, boiled eggs, and all of these hobs will be used so we can just get all of this prep done. So on the Friday, we don't have to worry about anything. We're going to find a local supermarket, get our chicken. Taking with us, we'll take cream of rice with us. We'll take our whey. We'll take little things that can be quite hard to get over there that we don't want to risk, like the almond butters. Because by that point, we'll be pulling salads, pulling most of the vegetables because of the bloat and fibre. And we'll literally just be going down to raw foods that we know we respond very, very well to. So for us, that'll be rice, cream of rices, rice cakes, chicken, steak, and eggs. To be honest, they're going to be the main things. Just the quantities and things we will just vary as we go and just be very responsive to how our bodies look. Just let these cool. And this little burger press, absolute godsend. I really, really like it. I find that if I just was to just crumble that mince, put it in a plate, it just doesn't feel the same. This way I make it into little burger patties, crush it down, couple of whacks, and that comes the perfect patty. In we go.
Not like me, I just throw one in the pan and squash it
Yeah, you
with
just
the
bang,
spatula.
bang, done. I mean, same concept, but as I said, I like to do it this way. Pan fry the asparagus off using fry light. Job done, that'll all be good. We will resume the video shortly where Hannah's going to do the packing and just show you how we organise what we take on the show day and go from there. But up to this point, we fly in the morning. We've done everything to the plan so far, and next steps is just going to be making sure that we're super prepared, get to the airport on time, get on that flight, get across, and we will talk to you as well at the airport about how we deal with water removal, deal with the flight, what exactly we take on the flight with us, and you'll see that in the next steps.
Right, so we just finished prepping all of our meals ready for tomorrow. So we fly out to Barcelona. Our flight is like 7 o'clock in the morning. So luckily enough, my stepdad is taking us to the airport as we have to be there at 5 o'clock. So I've packed my suitcase ready to go. I am fairly organised, so I have logically gone through in my head. I break down the days to try and make it a little bit easier as to what it is I'm going to need. So I've started with show day, most importantly, and obviously it will vary for myself and Kieran depending on what it is we both need. So I've left my heels and my bikini out on the top, as I do need to check in with my coach first thing in the morning before we head off. I've got my bag with all my makeup in, as I am doing my own makeup for the show. And then in all of the other bags, I've sort of broken it down. So I have kept my bikinis and my jewellery in my hand luggage just in case anything happens. And then for the rest of it, I've broken it down into days. So while we're over there, we get the opportunity to train at some of the gyms over there. So I've got a few gym outfits, and then I have broken down, I've got all my supplements, both mine and Kieran's, and I've got my show day sort of cover-ups, as we will be covered in tan. So I've got all the dark clothing. In here we've got all of our towels and also bedding. One thing we always have to remember whenever we travel away is to have dark bedding with us. Obviously with the transfer of tan, we don't want to ruin any of the sheets, so we always make sure that we have that with us.
And what would you say are some of the show day essentials to have in the show day bag, like this one here? What would you say are some of the essentials that you've got in there?
So in my show day bag, I always have the bands for pump up, and then we've got our pre-pump here, and I always make sure I have a spare shaker, as we need to make sure that we take that on the day. We've got all of our supplements ready to go.
And I can see you've got the dark chocolate and the jelly babies and everything that you use pre-stage in this bag here.
Yeah.
And that will transfer across to this bag on show day?
Yeah, so that will transfer over. So we've got our peanut butter, dark chocolate, we've got our jelly babies before we step on stage. And then one thing I always make sure I remember is my AirPods. You will be sat around for a long time. Upstairs as well, I do have a travel pillow with me, because we'll be sat around for a long time. So I just make sure we're as comfortable as we can be. And I have 2 pairs of extra socks. Last show day I was freezing, so I made sure to pack 2 pairs of extra socks.
I think that's just the thing. I think the more that this goes on, the more prepared that you become and realise comforts and things that you need, things like AirPods, those kind of things, to make yourself as comfortable as possible during the what feels like eternal wait, ready for your turn to go on the stage. No, thank you for talking through these bags. You've already been very, very well prepared and got all your food loaded in your bag and the rest of the food in your suitcase. I'm not quite as organised. Mine is still sat on the side. So that's ready for the Friday. We'll get out there, find a supermarket, and we'll have everything fresh for the Saturday then, with the facilities. They've got a microwave, they've got a fridge, so we've got everything there. We're very prepared. We've got everything lined up, along with extra cream of rice and everything else that we're going to need for the day. So next time you see us, we will be at the airport about to fly. Very, very tired. So we're at the airport. Got the coffee, and we are just waiting to go and board the plane now, all through security. Bags done, meals all in the hand luggage. I'm going to eat my first meal probably about 9 o'clock on the plane, just before we get off. Staying extra hydrated. Nearly £4 for a bottle of water. Absolute extortion. Yeah, all's going well. Just got a Starbucks, and yeah, we're just waiting now. Meals, it'll just be a case today of just getting over there, eating the meals at the right times, starting to ease off on steps and output, take the stress off the body, and we're going to find a gym. We're going to do an upper body pump workout. That'll be the final workout then before we rest tomorrow, do the athlete check-in, and then compete on the Sunday. So we've got a lot to do, but we've got to try and do it in the most minimal output possible to take strain off the body. There'll be no more cardio now. Steps be kept low, especially tomorrow, be kept to a minimum. And yeah, just being very responsive to the check-ins, which we did at 3 a.m. this morning, which was fun. Other than that, yeah, next time you see us, we'll be in Barcelona. Okay, so it's show day eve. We are just preparing all of the food as per the plan. Both done all of our check-ins, and we'll do regular check-ins throughout the day. So in here, we're just prepping up the chicken. It's the most effective way to do it, so that we can stay on plan without any additives and we know exactly what we're getting. So we went out and bought 2 kilos of chicken, just prepping the carb of rice, the rice cakes, just everything that we need, so that we can stay on top of everything. The eggs, everything perfect. Supplementation all sorted, and we've got the additives to get the extra carbs and fats in as per the right timing. So at the moment, we're just cooking off the chicken breast. So it's a bit of a task in itself on one of these, but to be honest, we don't have much to do today. It's about keeping output as low as possible. So other than the fact that I'm stood up and I should be sat down, this is pretty spot on. And yeah, well, all the chicken, all the meat, we've got the rice cakes, we've got the rice, we've got the cream of rice. So that's all our carb sources sorted. And then all that we'll need from there is to just be responsive to the check-ins to make sure that our weigh-in goes well tonight. Well, weigh-in for me anyway. Hannah's not weighed or categorised that way. It's just me. I need to be under 88 kilos, and with things like flights, water retention, and the fact we've peaked so many times for so many shows, you never really know what's actually going to happen. So it's about being responsive and just not burying your head in the sand. Just make sure that you're fully aware of what your body's doing all the time, just following the plan and being responsive and adapting to what changes come. So we're off at 5:30 for the weigh-in and the athlete registration, meeting up with our team so we can represent Team GB, which is really exciting. Yeah, and then from there we will come back, do final check-ins, final meals, tan, and then it's ready for the big day tomorrow. So I will speak to you probably again after the check-in or at the venue. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. Okay, so we've just got back from training at a really cool gym. It was just down the road from our hotel, which I managed to find. We got some great footage. It was our last pump workout. We did an upper body pump together with Luke, and yeah, it was brilliant. Really, really good equipment, and we're going to go back there on Monday and do another session there because we liked it so much. However, we have spent most of today travelling. We are pretty exhausted.
It's been a very long day.
And I think it's only right that we tell you the highs and the lows of this. Obviously, with being in peak week as well, it can be very, very taxing, very draining, very demanding. Anyway, on the body, so you're pushing it to its limit and expecting it to come into peak, you know, the look and everything's got to come together. And you put that with flying, with travelling. So
3:30 a.m. wake up.
Yeah, I mean, with most shows, you're going to travel anyway. They're very, very rare to be on your doorstep. But yeah, to, you know, like have a flight booked in for 7 a.m, which means you'll get to the airport for 5, you'll get up at 3, you've got to prep all your food for the, you know, it's a lot. And that's why we just want to really show you guys how you kind of go about it and what's actually expected of you to do something like this. You think Barcelona, it's only a two and a bit hour flight, that's fine. Well, why have we spent 10 hours today travelling and moving, you know? So we just want to give it to you from both sides. However, we're here, so let's put a positive spin on it. We've got the room all set up. As I said, we've just got back, we've done our training, we're about to have a shower. We've done our posing, done our check-ins.
Finally relax.
Yeah, so, but before we could relax, we had to just set the room up and just show you how we've done that. So I'm just going to drag this in. So some really, really important things here. Hair removal, we're going to do that today because it's the Friday. Just in case you have any cuts or anything goes wrong with the shaving, it's always best to do it before you tan. So we'll do this today, the hair removal.
It takes longer than you think. Just be prepared.
I've tried a bit of everything and I've now got it down to, I like to use this and this for different parts of the body. But as I said, everyone's got their own preference for what they like. I'm not a really particularly hairy person, but yeah, you'll be surprised at how much hair and how much surface area there is to de-hair. Exfoliating, we've been doing that all week. Exfoliating mitt. We've got tan stuff here. However, tan sounds a great idea until it's on you and then you can't touch anything. So when you stay at other places or even when you stay at home, dark bedding. You put this, you get that tan on sheets, you will be, you know, you're going to get fines. Yeah, the hotel are going to not be very happy. So we've got our own towels and our own bedding, and we'll chuck that on tonight, ready? Or probably tomorrow morning then. Yeah. Top coats and glaze, we'll sort that out. We take that with us to show day. Because, for example, Hannah's not going on to the evening, and even though she'll be topped up, and there is people there, we just like to have it with us just in case, you know, sitting around, the tan can wipe off and rub off, and just bits of sweat and stuff can just cause it to, you know, just not look her best. And we haven't done all of this to, you know, not look perfect on the day. So these are all things that you'll learn from experience. And for example, if she wins that and goes into the final pro overall, she may have sweated a little bit. So it's just so we can touch her up, or vice versa, same for me. So that's some bits there. Move this one out of the way. And I'm just going to show you this manually. So just some of the other things we've got set up here. So we've got our tablets all set up. The other things, we've gone and bought some fresh chicken, which we have got a hob that we bring with us, and we've gone and found a shop that we're going to go and get a frying pan tomorrow so we can cook all of that up. We've got all of our meals. That's the empty tubs and the meals there. Got last couple of bits in here for today, but over here we've got everything that we need from the wheys, the tablets, rice and cream of rice over here. Now that's the show day bag all ready to go. Scales so we can keep an eye on how we're weighing, and that's Hannah's. Obviously when I check in, I just do it in my posing trunks. Hannah checks in her bikini and heels. Bedding will go on here, and other than that it's just going to be relaxing at our hotel, ready for the big day. So we will wait to check back in with you again. As I said, today is Friday. We've got the athlete meeting and everything tomorrow, and a day of rest.
Bit more chill tomorrow.
yeah, doing very, very little. So we will catch up with you tomorrow. We've just got back from our weigh-in, check-in athlete meeting. So I've got mine, Hannah's got hers. These are our international memberships. We've got one each, so we can compete internationally anywhere in the world. This is the Universe event that we're competing at tomorrow. So, international standard trunks, got those. A little bit thicker than what I'd normally use, but that's the standards abroad, and that's what you have to go careful when you are abroad, is that for the women they have certain heel expectations, certain outfits, certain things that can and can't be done, and some of the poses are also different. So just make sure you're fully up to speed with what the expectations are when you go abroad. As always, a goodie bag in here. They always put goodies like supplements, protein bars, protein shakers, that kind of thing. We have got everything with us in terms of supplementation, so we've brought all that with us. We were sorted out by our sponsor, Stacked, and yeah, as I said, they've been absolutely brilliant with us, as well as our other sponsors with everything else that we need for the show, like Healthly and United Peptides, etc. We have got the room prepared because we're about to start relaxing and unwinding for the night. Probably find something to watch on Netflix. As you can see, we've prepared the bed, ready for tomorrow. Now, normally tan is done in 2 stages. You get the base coat the day before, top coat on the day. Here it's done differently. They do both stages on the day, but we've got the bedding ready for tomorrow because the tan will rub off no matter what. Even if I was to give someone a hug, they would be brown. So, and I need it for my pale skin. The bed's all prepared, the room's all prepared. We're just packing the bag. Obviously, some of the things we need, so we can't pack everything, but it's just making sure that we've got quantities of the foods we're going to use, because we have to be responsive. So it's not so much about meal prepping, it's more about making sure we've got everything so that we can take the right quantities out as and when we need them based on regular updates and check-ins. We've just done our before bed check-ins now. We're both really happy with where we're at. And yeah, it's basically time now to just unwind, relax, and go through the motions in the morning, where we've got another athlete meeting and it's show day. And that'll be the next video where I show you what happens on show day internationally with Hannah, and hopefully we get some good results.